A few weeks ago, I put up an AMA, an Ask Me Anything, on Instagram. I got loads of questions, super awesome, but admittedly, I got too wrapped up in another project and didn't respond to anyone's questions. Whoops. Since many of the questions were ones that I get asked so often, I said, why not just put it into a podcast so those answers can live on? And if anyone asks those questions, I could refer them to this episode. You know, they're pretty much the same questions with the same answers, given we're all human, things will change in time. But a lot of these are pretty stay for the course. So I've got 10-ish questions we'll go through that have been asked the past couple of years a lot. So let's dive into them and let's talk about them. Okay. First question. Where do you live? I live in Los Angeles. I've lived here, I think it's 16 years. Maybe it's 16 next year. I was born in Detroit. My parents moved a lot for my dad's job. I went to high school and college in Indiana. I lived in New York and Chicago for summers through college, after college, and I think I lived in Chicago 4.5, 5 years, and then got stuck in the snow in my SUV in front of my apartment and said, this is it. I'm finding a way to move to the West Coast. And I've been here ever since. Don't plan to go anywhere else. Okay, so my light just went out here for those watching the video. Got a very testy light situation. Technology on a Monday here. Anyway, so question 2. You say you have over 15 years experience working, but you look so young. How old are you? Okay, now that the lighting is totally out from this video, I don't feel I look as young, but thank you. I'm very flattered by that. I have always made a huge effort to take care of my skin. That's one of the things that I started doing really, really young, because especially where I grew up in Indiana for part of my childhood, and I'm definitely a victim of this too, going to tanning beds. Definitely spent many time at Fontan and was determined to be so tan at every high school dance. Not something I'd recommend if you're caring about your long-term skin health, but ever since I realized how bad it was to actually be in the sun, I've really stepped back from that and taken lots of steps to take care of my skin. The the actual question to this, how old am I? I just turned 40, which is crazy to say out loud, but I did. Okay, and one of my sort of key things is that okay, lighting situation fixed. I'm just going to hold on to this plug. Okay, one of my key anti-aging things is, since I was in 8th grade, I have been taking fish oil religiously, pretty much every day, except there have been periods where I have been pregnant, and although it's really good for me, I haven't taken it because the fish taste. Although I have many recommendations on fish oils that are great for you, but my grandfather had Crohn's disease, and so out of all the treatments and all the medication and everything he had to take, fish oil was the thing that helped him the most. So there's tons of benefits to it. I can talk at length about that. But taking those oils for a long period of time really do plump up your skin and keep you pretty glowy and youthful. And I also got a new face. Heard of those? My 40th birthday present to myself was getting myself one of those at-home microcurrent treatments, and it has been pretty amazing. I've used it for almost a 60-day period. That's the sort of initial use phase of it, but generally whenever I am actually going to be on camera for something or have an important meeting or interview, I do it because it sort of like just plumps up your face. I know that sounds weird, but it plumps it up. Sort of like years ago, they had those lip glosses that would just like plump up your lips. That's what this sort of does to your face. So I feel like that sheds some time off my face too. But aging gracefully and using preventative measures where I can that are easy to incorporate. I'm not going completely crazy yet. I just turned 40. We'll see how the next 10 years go. Okay. Question 3. Do you work out all the time? I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I love to work out. Prior to having kids, I did work out all the time, 5 or 6 days a week, always in the morning, always before work, sort of like get the day started, and generally on an empty stomach because I would just like get up at 5:30. If I was training for a race, I would get up at 4:30, 4 a.m. and train. Those are for marathons. Those aren't for like normal things. Side note, I'm an incredibly slow marathon runner. Just do it for the fun, not for the competition. I would love to work out more. In my house in LA, we do have an area to work out, but it has been an insane heat wave like pretty much all of the summer. And my family has been sick and not sick most of the summer. So my workout routine has really gone off the rails. Plus, having newborn twins, that throws a wrench in things too of like the plans to work out. But it's something that I always try to get back to. I have Core Club Pilates, the app, which is a monthly subscription, and you can do Pilates at home with or without equipment. The Core Club equipment is actually pretty great. They have their balls, their bands, mat, and then I have the Bala like bands and like sliders. So those and like a mat or a rug, and I feel like you can just get an amazing workout at home whenever you are pinched for time. I have another option I'm going to try out soon when it cools down just a smidge. My husband got me this new Apple Watch for my 40th to keep me motivated, and I've been wearing an Apple Watch for, I don't know, 5 years, 4 years, and totally obsessed with it. This one's even better because it comes with a 3-month trial of Apple's Fitness Plus. So I think I'm going to give it like 2 more weeks to cool off and then do that because I'm going to start some training runs outside on it and get some strength training now that the twins are almost a year old and my oldest is in school. It just makes it a little bit easier to work out. And when I'm done breastfeeding them, it'll make it so much easier to get those very early morning workouts in before everybody else wakes up. Okay, question 4. What is your cheat meal? I don't really have a cheat meal because I do try to eat what I want when I want it. Otherwise, you're sort of like left in a lurch of craving something and thinking about it and usually going off the deep end and eating like the 10 other things that you would also like to eat. But if you're asking for like what would be like the meal that I would go all in on, it's more of, I actually don't think like tacos are bad for you. I am obsessed with tacos, but I also eat like, I don't know, like 6 tacos in a sitting. Tito's tacos in LA, they're just like crunchy shell, lettuce, cheese, meat. They don't even put anything else on there. They're unreal. I can eat like 10 of those. I'm actually not kidding because they're so good. But I would have tacos and then a dessert. Ice cream, probably, to go with tacos. Just ice cream itself, no other toppings or weird stuff on it. That's it. That's my cheat meal. Question 5, was it easy to bounce back after having kids? Because I've taken care of myself leading up to both of my pregnancies. Like I said before, working out a ton, but in the right way that was right for my body. Pilates and running, those are things that work for me. And even after twins, I feel like there's like some sort of like muscle memory to it all. Fit back in my clothes, maybe like a size up in jeans, but I haven't really even thought about the whole bounce back concept because I haven't tried. I just have enjoyed the time with my kids and that special newborn first year phase without putting any pressure. There's no need to like fit back into your clothes right away. Like enjoy the snuggles, enjoy that time. You'll never get back. And you'll return to who you are, who you're meant to be. Like especially if you're a new parent, the new you may not be like that six pack type of person again. That's okay. I promise. Okay. Question 6. How tall are you? This has come up like surprisingly often, especially when I posted pictures of like my full self. I don't know if some people thought I was short or even medium sized, but I'm not. I'm like giant. That's how people used to come up to me in college, like, wow, you're tall. I mean, I'm not even 6 feet tall, but I'm pretty close. Maybe I'm 6 feet if I really stand up straight. But surprisingly tall. Question 7. What products do you use on your skin? Okay. Specifically, it's changed, especially when trying to get pregnant, while pregnant, and then while nursing. I don't use anything with a ton of ingredients. I joke around that like I'm unscented because I don't wear any perfume. I don't use products with perfumes in them. I use pretty much clean stuff. I use OC. I think that's how you say it. OSEA. OC Malibu. Their products are amazing. I use some of the Goop Glow products. The Goop Glow for Day is actually really great. My husband steals it. It kind of gives you this like sort of like freshly washed skin effect. It's really nice. And then I use Image Skincare Max Eye Cream. I've started using that recently as I've been nursing less. I didn't use that while I was pregnant or trying to. I used the OC eye cream. And let's see what else. I love oils. Sentias. Again, I'm probably butchering that. Santias. You can get it on Derm Store or on their website. They have a Vital Rich serum and a vitamin C serum that are fantastic, and I sort of use those as layers. I can go on and on about Eminence. Their coconut, like night cream, anti-aging cream is so good. It smells so good, and they have one other. I don't remember the name offhand, but it smells so good. They have a strawberry rhubarb serum, which kind of plumps up your skin as well. That's also fantastic. You like put that on, wait like 5 minutes till it's like not tacky, and then you can put other product on top of it. I really, really, really love 2 things from them right now. They have a sort of gel balm cleanser. You put it onto dry skin actually, and there's a lot of those out there that like you put them on and like it just kind of sits on your face. But this one melts into your face and it's a great makeup remover. It's their, I think it's a wildflower balm, cleansing balm. And then there's a turmeric exfoliator, and you leave it on for like 10 or 30 minutes and it sort of burns. But if you use it a couple times a week, it is fantastic. And I use it at night. My friend Sharon, who is a facialist here from Head to Toe LA, she suggests using it at night because it's like really cleans out your skin. And also, if you have sensitive skin, you might be a little bit red. But I put sunscreen on every day on my face, over your eyelids, lip area, neck, ears, on my hands, everywhere. Before I go out, and sometimes even if I'm just in the house because the sun could get you, even in your house and on an airplane. fun fact there. Put on sunscreen before flight, especially if you're in a window seat. Okay, I think that's all the products I use for right now, but it changes. Okay, so let's see. Question 8. Funny, I just got a text message from my friend Sharon as I was reading that off. Question 8. Are you in workout clothes all the time? I mean, currently, yes, I definitely am. I love myself some Lululemon and Viore, but I do dress up. I got rid of most of my clothing and have like a capsule wardrobe, which is pretty freeing. I wear AYR all the time. Love, 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 and love their jeans. My son is named Levi, so I get a lot of Levi's jeans as well. And I'm trying to think of what other clothing brands I've worn recently. I mean, I live in AYR. Truth. It's great. And I try to like wear athleisure so I can just like jump into a workout, or if I'm passing a Pilates studio, I can go in, so that it's always kind of athleisure is my world. But I've realized we've also moved into a society where we wear clothes again. So I try to go back and forth, usually with some Nikes or some like Adidas slides on. Okay. Question 9. How do you have time to do all you do? Great question. I used to have a sign at my desk when I worked in an office that said, "You have as many hours in the day as Beyonce." True. However, I don't have a chef or a personal trainer or, a closet organizer or any of that stuff. But it's true that we only have this like finite amount of time to get things done. So often I batch work, like I only do certain projects in certain days, like for example, recording podcasts. Right now I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I edit on Monday, Wednesday, Friday as well. I do any prep work for blog posts or social media, etc. Reaching out to guests, scheduling time, pitching, myself on other podcasts as well, all during Monday, Wednesday, Friday on my podcast days. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, I take care of other business needs. And usually on Mondays too, I truthfully have family stuff to take care of, things in the personal life and world, and jump on those as well. I try not to spend any time on social media on the weekends. I don't do work on the weekends. I am building a 4-day work week so that on Fridays I will have off, but in time. And things slip. Things slip all the time. I am not perfect. And, Instagram is definitely a highlight reel of things for sure. But I do my best every day. And I have to go to In-N-Out for lunch because that's all the time allows. Like I do that. And then my next meal, I'm eating well, or my next snack. In-N-Out is really good. But you get what I mean here of like, there's not time to like look back and be like, oh, I did this wrong. It's always like, this happened. I'm going to move forward with this. Or I didn't make this to-do list. Like I didn't check off the last 5 things, but like maybe the 3 things I did were really big and really moved the needle forward. So I tend to look at things like that of like, not everything all has to be done 100% or 100% done, but the important things, sort of the hardest things, are done, and to let go about stuff that doesn't get done. But I wear a lot of hats. I do best that way. So I kind of thrive on living this way and getting so much done and adding more to my plate every day. Okay. Last question here. Question 10. Are you a nutritionist? Technically, yes. Yes, I am. I've gone through the training required to be a nutritionist in the state of California. And yes, I can call myself that. I have mad respect for dietitians and all of the work that they do to clinically help people with health issues and health conditions. My work doesn't touch on that. If someone's coming to me and they have a cholesterol issue or heart problems, I'm going to refer them to dietitians in my network that specialize in those areas. If you have a medical condition, like, you should be working with someone who's gone through that clinical training. But if you want to curb tension headaches or sugar addiction, come to me. Those are problems that we can work on and get you the results that you want, and get those results pretty quickly. So I would love to really put it out there that I am a nutritionist, because I am, and I have all that knowledge base, but I just don't want there to be any confusion between what I can do and offer and what a dietitian can offer as well. So anyway, that actually is a really great question, because in the next season, season 2 of this podcast, I will be having one of my favorite registered dietitians on to talk about their practice and what they're seeing sort of in the health and wellness space. So anyway, I think those are the main questions. I'm like double checking my list here, but I will come on again and answer even more questions in the future. But I will get back to my AMAs when they put them out there. I like to follow through on things. I don't like to waste people's time. So if you did submit a question this last time, I'm sorry I didn't get back to it. But if you submit again in the future, I got you. Anyway, if you have any more questions that I did not get to, feel free to email me, DM me, and I will make sure to answer your questions on social so I get back to you right away. Thank you.